It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
a Craig and Ryan Magic Review Show.
He's Ryland.
He's Craig.
And welcome back to another review show right here on
Magic TV.
Magic TV. Magic TV.
No, Magic.
We got 4 new tricks. I'm looking at what we've got to review. We've got some cool stuff. We've got 4 new tricks that we're going to be reviewing on this week's review show. Once again, thank you so much for everyone that tunes in every single week. We really appreciate it. One thing that I want to say, because this gets brought up quite a lot, we don't always review the newest tricks the second they come out. And you do see other review shows that do that. And the reason we don't do that is because we want to learn them and we want to actually perform them. We're one of the few review shows that perform everything that we learn. Either he learns...
Unless we can't perform.
Unless it doesn't work, yeah. But 99% of everything that we review, we perform. Which means that we haven't just got to open the box and pay it lip service and then film a review show, which some reviewers do. We've actually got to sit down with the props, watch the tutorial, go back and forth and learn it. And that can take time, unless you're dealing with M2G, in which case it's 30 seconds in a penthouse apartment in a hotel. So that's why sometimes the latest stuff, we're not going to get it out as early as other review shows, because we care enough about doing the review that we want to learn it first, right?
Yep.
With that being said, these 4 tricks are relatively quite new, and we're going to start reviewing them right now. We're going to start with a brand new trick from one of Ryland's favourite magicians, one of my favourite magicians, Eric Tate, the man with the beard. Let's go with Eric Tate first. Notice how I was stroking my invisible beard there. I haven't got a beard. I've got beard envy. I wish I had. Are you going to have an Eric Tate beard when you're older? You're going to go, big Ryland beard. You can't be Ryland. You can't be Harry Potter then. You can't be like, I'm Harry Potter. You'd have to be Dumbledore. You'd have to be Dumbledore. Anyway, the first trick we're going to be looking at is Gasp by Eric Tate. And if you watch Magic TV regularly, you'll know that I did a video of the top 10 best tricks from Magic Live, and I put this in the #1 position. I love this. I was standing on the Penguin Magic stand all week.
Just watching Eric do it.
Watching Eric do this over and over again.
Now,
and it was amazing. And
why you got beard envy?
Because he's got an amazing beard and I haven't. I've got hair envy as well from Nick Lacapo as well. Anyway.
What happens if you put the two together?
Then you get the hairiest man alive. Anyway, no, we need to focus. So here's the thing, right? Gasp. I watched him do it. And I think the reason that he called it Gasp is because every magician that went over to him that saw him do this, they were gasping at the end of it. Now, you're going to see a performance. You're going to see a performance of me doing the close-up version of this in a second. I just want to say to you that there's 2 versions of this on the tutorial. There's a close-up version and there's a stage version or a parlor version. And having seen Eric perform in parlor or on stage, I think he's got one of the best stage shows that you'll ever see. And this is so well produced in his stage show, in his parlor show. The way that he does it, the music hitting, everything is perfect. We'll talk about that in a bit. But first of all, you're going to see a performance of me doing sort of the close-up version to camera to Ryland. So let's have a look at that first of all. This is Gasp by Eric Tate. And I'm here with Rye. How you doing, Rye?
Good, how are you?
Rye's on camera duty, so I cannot guarantee the quality of the filming right now, but we'll see what we can do. Right, got a deck of 52 playing cards. They're all there, they're all different, yeah? Mm-hmm. And we're going to try and do a miracle. Are you ready for a miracle, my little friend?
Yep.
Cool. You're going to grab a card. So as I go through, just say stop.
Stop.
Right there. Can you remember the card for me? Very important. You remember that?
Yep.
You got it? Mm-hmm. Cool. And what I'll do is I'll pop that card back there, leaving it down in the middle of the deck. Is that fair? Mm-hmm. Now, I have no idea what your card is. No. And frankly, I don't care, because I'm going to find your card, but find it in a very, very special way. Now, if you were here, and you're not, you're behind the camera, but if you were here, what I would do is I would take the deck and I would demonstrate to you what I wanted you to do. What I want you to do is to basically go through and just take a couple of cards out of the deck from the middle and just put them down on the table. That's what I want you to do. Now, you can't do that because you're behind the camera, so I'll do it for you, but I want everybody who's watching this at home to understand that Ryland would be shuffling the cards and he would go through somewhere and he'd take a bunch of cards out himself. That would be Ryland's job. Mm-hmm. So, with that in mind, I have to... Now, I don't know whether your card's here or not, but I'm going to hope it's here, and we're going to try and find your card in a very, very interesting way. Okay, we're going to find your card, believe it or not, using my two hands and also my breath. Does that sound weird?
Yes.
It's going to be crazy. What I'm going to do is I just want to make a pile of cards right there. Can you see that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want you to watch because this doesn't always work, but when it does, it is absolutely sick. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to push down on these cards and I'm going to try and take a deep breath. Watch. And all of the cards stick to my hand. Except for one card. What was your card, Ryland?
The 10 of hearts.
The 10 of hearts. Now I have to keep concentrating because the second I stop concentrating, those cards will just fall onto the table and I'm left with just a pack of playing cards. So obviously, Rye, this is based on the magnetised cards. And I've always loved the magnetised cards. The problem I've always had with them, two problems. One, I could never find one that kind of worked for me. And the other problem, well, that's the main problem. I couldn't really find one that worked for me. And I've always wanted to do it because one of my favourite presentations of a trick is Michael Close, who does the magnetised cards. And he talks about magicians having a big ego. And he gets all the audience to say how amazing he is. And that causes him to lift the cards up. And then they start insulting him and the cards drop. Very, very funny. And I've always wanted to do that. Never could find a version of the magnetised cards that worked for me. Well, now I have. Gasp by Eric Tate is perfect. So you get one gimmicked card that you can throw into a deck.
It's called.
It is. Now, you get one gimmick card that you throw into a regular deck. The reason that's important, though, Rye, is because you can have this. Well, you can have this gimmick card in your deck, and it won't affect anything else. Eric talks about when he's doing close-up, he has this card in his deck the whole time. And if anything, it helps because it kind of acts as a thick card. So he can do a whole bunch of other stuff with this card in the deck. And anytime he wants to go into this routine, he can. Because he can immediately find that card because it acts like a thick card. And like you saw in the close-up performance, you have someone pick a card. You make the thing on the table, you lift it up, and then you found the selected card. Now, this is actually really easy to do, isn't it? The tutorial's only about half an hour, and there's multiple live performances. By the way, producers of Magic, if you want to know how to do things right, check out Penguin Magic. They put multiple live performances on every project. It's so good to see. Mm-hmm. But even with those multiple live performances, this is only about a 30-40 minute tutorial because it's actually very easy. All you do is you just follow what Eric tells you to do. And
without realising you've done it.
Yeah, you've done it because it's cleverer than you think. The way that this gaff works is so clever. And it just allows you to come straight over and pick the cards up immediately. And then just have them drop on the table. And everything's pretty much examinable. There's one gaffed card, but no one's ever going to pick up on that. No, I mean, it's brilliant. Now, I should mention the stage performance because Eric does it to music and he says, hey, it's so good. He talks about, I'm going to finish, and there's a live performance on the project, obviously, but he says, I'm going to finish my show by giving you a monologue. And he starts to go into this monologue and he takes a deep breath and he's holding this card. And as he does, this card sticks to his fingers. And then when he exhales, the card falls down to the table. And he's like, hang on a minute, that's weird. He picks it up again, and then the spectators check his fingers. There's nothing sticky. They check the cards, there's nothing sticky. And then that's the reason for him to do this whole thing where he breathes in and the cards stick to his hand, and then, yeah, like that. And then when he lets go, they all fall to the table. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. If you look at the commercial in the dictionary, you're going to see a picture of this. One card in a deck.
I don't think you will.
You might do. You might do.
I don't think there's any pictures in the dictionary.
There is. One picture right next to commercial. It's a picture of Eric Tate stroking his beard. That's all that there is. Shut up. It's super commercial. It's easy to do. The gimmick's going to last you a hell of a long time. It's super well made. The tutorial is brilliant. The trick is actually really easy to do. There's no angles. You can get into it anytime you want to. It's examinable. This, for me, is the perfect trick. And it's different. It's not a card trick. It's not a coin trick. even though it's a card trick, it's not a pick a card trick. Even the close-up version starts with them picking a card. It very quickly becomes something other than a typical card trick. And the way that he does it on stage, just brilliant. I love this. I am giving this 100%. I think this is one of the best tricks of the year.
I like it.
What are you giving it?
More than 100% though.
You are?
100% times infinity plus trick.
Plus what?
Truly.
100% times infinity plus Tulin. Eric is a bit of a Zelda fan, I believe, so he'll get that reference immediately. While I am 100%.
Plus Link then? Plus Link.
Plus Link. There you go. Plus Link.
Plus Tears of the Kingdom.
Plus Tears of the Kingdom.
Plus Breath of the Wild.
Plus Breath of the Wild. I feel sorry for somebody who comes into this review show and tries to follow this rating system because they're going to be so confused. Basically, what he said is he really likes the trick and it's one of the best tricks he's ever seen. I'm giving it 100%. You can get it from Penguin Magic, and that's Gasp by Eric Tate.
I'm going to give it 101%.
101%.
Yay! Woo!
Okay, so the next trick we've got, it's time. They're releasing so much magic that it's time. They're releasing so much. No, they're releasing so much magic that every week we have to do a review show on these guys. It's the one and only. It is N2G. 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 Yeah, and this one they've scraped. They've literally. There's no tutorial. I couldn't find a link. I couldn't find a link anywhere. There's no tutorial. There's no tutorial. I ordered some stuff from the N2G website, right? So I ordered some stuff from the N2G website, and there's a little velvet bag, and inside is the gimmick. I'm like, oh, this must be the trick I ordered. No tutorial, no nothing. I've looked through my emails. I've tried to access no tutorial link. So there's no tutorial for this.
Have you gone onto their website and looked up tutorial?
Yeah, I have. They've got an instructions page. It's not on there. I firmly believe.
Does it say like?
I think. Well, let's be honest. There's no tutorial. I think it's probably, they've already been doing tutorials that aren't tutorials. Instead, they're just like basically performing it to camera and expecting you to figure it out. They've now gone that one step further and they've just gone, well, sod it. No, nobody watches it. Everyone takes the mick out of our tutorials anyway, so let's just not bother doing one. N2G, N2G, N2G. But it's actually, what's even more annoying about this is actually a really good trick.
Oh.
So this is a jumbo
For some
coin.
reason, all the ones that aren't tutorials, they're good tricks.
I know. I had to put my own routine together for this.
Maybe that's why. If they don't put the tutorial on and people create their own tricks, then it's even better than them.
Yeah, very possibly. Well, this is a jumbo coin. This is a jumbo coin, right? But it's a triple split coin, jumbo coin.
So you could do the.
Well, yeah, you saw me do it. You filmed me doing all of the jumbo coin productions.
What's it called?
Yeah, so it's a triple split coin.
What's the one where you
Nightshade.
No, the one where you got 3 and then now you got one over here too.
3 fly, yes, you could do 3. If you had 2 of them, you could do 3 fly.
iFly, and it's like no.
If you do 3 of them, you could do 3 fly with jumbo coins. But basically, this is a triple split coin. But what's nice is that each one of the jumbo coins has a head and a tail, which is really cool. So you've got 3 coins, and when they're put together, even though obviously you've got three thin coins that stick together, when they stick together, it's not actually that thick. Now, I love jumbo coin magic. I really do. So,
because your hands are so big.
Because my hands are so big.
You can palm them.
I can palm dustbin lids, as Nemid says. So what I did is I could put a little routine together for this that I plan on doing in the real world. And this is basically I've taken elements of Gary Kurt's Furious, combined it with a couple of jumbo coin productions, and I've put a routine together where you start with 1 coin, then go into a 2nd coin, then go into a 3rd coin, and then vanish them all at the end. Just playing around with this. I'm still playing with it. I'm trying to find the perfect routine, but I'm definitely going to do this because I do jumbo coin magic in the real world anyway. When I've made a jumbo coin appear at the end of a coin routine, I do a few manipulation sequences with them anyway. So being able to produce this and then go into whatever, this is just amazing. So let me just show you a video of me messing around with it, showing you a few different moves. This is what I kind of plan on doing with it, or something along these lines. Let's have a look at that performance. Right, so
Like Bumper
what you just saw there is so that's like an idea of what you can do. But unfortunately, if there is a tutorial, I can't find it. But honestly, it's N2G. If there is a tutorial, it's probably going to be pants. Let's be honest. But I couldn't find the tutorial.
Do you
and
like, just
I
not like N2G?
I like N2G stuff. I just hate their tutorials.
Tell no, same.
Yeah, they're just really annoying. I don't like all of their stuff. I like a lot of them, but I think they're lazy. I think that they half-arse it. Every time we review N2G, I say the same thing. Why are there no live performances?
Why are they doing it in the Pentiment department?
Yeah, or not bothering with tutorials at all. Like, I just don't get it. But
Why is it only 2 minutes?
the simple fact is, this is a fantastic prop. The coins are well made. Sometimes with coins like this, they scrape away very quickly.
I think if you watch a tutorial now and you figured out what the actual trick was used for, I don't think you would have been as impressed.
Probably not. But as it happens, I love this. I think this is great. I plan on doing what you just saw.
You know the hopping horse with the with the NGD?
Mm-hmm.
Did that come with the tutorial?
Yes, and that was terrible.
But you thought
I thought it was really good, yeah. You can get, actually, I'm going to get a second one of these because I want to have 2 of them so I can do 3 fly, like you said. I just think 3 fly with jumbo coins would look amazing. Yeah. Jumbo coin magic in the real world always gets a great reaction, and this is superb. I've got a close-up job. I've got 3 close-up jobs next week, so I'm planning on taking this out, and I'll report back to you and let you know what I think. Yeah? You're doing one of them with me. Yes.
Next
on the
week
Saturday.
or the week after next week?
No, next week.
Next week.
On the Saturday.
Oh yeah, you come back on Friday.
I'm coming back on Friday. And I've got 3 over the weekend.
So you've got 3 on the weekend?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
All in one day.
What the hell?
And I got Sunday off.
Yay! Sunday off.
Anyway, I'm going to give this 90%. It's very good. It should have got more, but there's no tutorial. But
no tutorial.
It's well made.
My hands are too small.
It's well made. You're not going to be able to do it. Your hands are too small. You need big hands for this. You don't need little boy hands like Ryland. I'm giving it 90%. What are you giving it?
79%.
79%. Maybe when you get bigger, you'll be able to do
I can
it.
part your head. Probably do.
Let's move on.
I'm on bang my funny bone.
No, that wasn't funny. Okay, so the next trick we're going to be looking at, we're back to penguin magic again.
Bang my funny bone.
We're back to penguin magic.
Bang my funny bone.
Can we get on with it?
No,
bang
my funny bone.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, thank you.
The next trick that we're going to be looking at is Omni Air. This is really good.
Omni
so
Air.
Dalton Wayne was demonstrating this throughout the whole of Magic Live, and every time he was demoing it, people were buying it. So Omni Air, what it basically is, I think this is one of the best openers to a card set I've ever seen. What it is, in essence, is you bring out a deck of cards, you pull out the cellophane, and there's a hole in the cellophane. You take a pen and you put the pen through the hole in the cellophane. You hand them the pen. When they try to do it, it can't go through. And the reason it can't go through is you take off the cellophane, you tip into their hand a solid see-through block. And then you show the deck of cards and you open up the deck and you take out a full pack of cards, which is the bit that made magicians at Magic Live go, what? The fact that this block appeared out of nowhere and then it's got a full deck of cards, a full regular examinable deck of cards that you can use to go into any routine that you want to go into because the cards are not gimmicked in any way. Now, if you want to see a performance of this, we're going to have Ryland do a quick performance of it now. This is something he's shot for Instagram. And then after you've seen the performance, we're going to get back and talk about what we like about this. Okay, so that's on the air, and there's a few things that you need to know. First of all, the cellophane is not normal cellophane. It's indestructible cellophane that they created. What? Which means that, you know, because if you take cellophane off a box...
if you take a chainsaw...
No, I don't mean like that. It's going to be... Because normal cellophane on a card box is going to disintegrate very, very, very easily. This is designed to go on and off the card case very, very easily, so you can do it again and again and again. There's a few different ways to actually handle this. There's a few different ways to actually perform this. You can do it the way Ryland did it, like that, or you can do it up here. One of the concerns I had when I first saw Dalton Wayne do this is I thought, well, hang on a minute. The setup for this is going to be a nightmare. You're going to have to walk over to the table with this in place, but that's not the case at all. You can have this in your inside jacket pocket, and the gimmick can be set up in place. And as you go in to get the deck of cards and bring it out, you've got everything that you need set up and ready to go. So it can be set up in your pocket, ready, and then you can take it out, and you can bring it out, and you're good to go. So it's instantly set upable. It's not like you need to do something and then walk over to the table with the deck set up in position, which I thought was going to be the case, but it's not, which makes it very practical. And from performing this as many times as I did, I'm telling you right now, when they see that pen go through and they take it and they put the pen through themselves and they can't, that's such a strong moment. Now, what Penguin also do, when the glass block appears, there's a bonus trick that you can build into the glass block. Because you're left with a regular deck of cards, you can now force a card from the regular deck. And when they breathe on the glass block, the image of the card will appear on the glass block, which is really cool because it means that you've now got that second phase. Yeah, didn't you know that? You did watch the tutorial, didn't you?
Not that part.
Did you do what you always do? Switch it off when you learnt the main trick. Yeah, there's a second phase. So once you've had the card picked, once you've had the glass block appear, you can literally have them pick a card, and it'll appear when they breathe onto the glass block.
How does that work? Oh, it's a force. Yeah, makes sense.
It's a force, dummy. But that's such a really nice moment. And to be honest, it's something you could do on its own if you wanted to. You could just bring out a glass block and blow and have that card appear. But I love the fact that everything is designed to flow from one part into the next part. I think this is great. I've talked many, many times in the past about the importance of close-up magic, having that really big opener where you establish credibility, you do something that shows it's not just a normal card trick. This is the perfect example. If you bring out a deck of cards and instantly you've got this thing and people are going to realise straight away, okay, this is not a normal card trick. This is not the sort of thing that I've seen my Uncle Boris do. This is something that's kind of really special. So I love this. I think this is great, which is why I'm going to give this 98%. I think this is awesome. This is in my close-up case. I'm definitely going to be doing it. I think this is the perfect opener. And I was worried that you wouldn't be able to do it because you've got tiny little boy hands. But even with your tiny little boy hands, you can you can still do this, which is really cool. So what are you giving it, Ray?
I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it 99.
99%.
99.999%. You didn't tell me about the second phase.
I didn't tell you about the second phase, but it's your job to look at the tutorial as the reviewer in the show. 100%. 100% from Ryland, 98% from me. This is really good, and it's a great opener to any card set. I actually was saying to people at Magic Live, and I really believe this, I think this is right up there with Sudden Deck as one of the best openers you can do to open a card set. This is awesome. So the final trick that we're going to be looking at today is Hung, Drawn, and Quartered. And this has been bought out by Lord Harry Harrington's production company, A Pocket Full of Miracles. And this, in essence, is a card to impossible location. A playing card is picked, and it is found folded up and hanging on your key fob that has been in your pocket the entire time. Okay, that's basically what we have here. Now, I first saw this at the Session Magic Convention 2024, this year's Session Magic Convention. I was shown it, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, this is pretty good. This is not bad. This is a good trick. There's lots of different ways to reveal a folded up card. Obviously, the way that I think that more people use than anything is Paperclip by Jay Sankey. That's kind of the industry standard, right? But if you're not going to use Paperclipped, there's lots of mystery boxes and cards getting folded up and going into see-through boxes and opaque boxes. And, you know, I think just last week reviewed 2 boxes where cards get... It's a common plot. Card, signed, ends up being folded up inside a box. There's lots of different ways of doing that. What this has going for it is it's not going into a box. It's not going anywhere else. It's going onto a person's key fob. And in that respect, it's even better. You could argue that it's even better than something like paperclip, because paperclip is very stripped back. There's no box, there's no nothing. It's literally a folded up card in a paperclip, and it's put down on the table from the beginning, and when you take the card out of the paperclip, it's their card, right? So it's very stripped back. This is kind of the same sort of thing. But the advantage of this is it's hanging on the key fob, so there's holes in this card, and it's been hanging there from the very, very beginning. Now, in a second, you're going to see a performance of this, and you're going to see that I reach into my pocket and I pull out the keys and I put them on the table after they've picked the card. But you can do this if you want to by saying, look, I've got these keys. I'm just going to put them there on the table. We'll get back to those a little bit later on. You could even have them hold the keys in between their hands if they want to. And then you can do the card thing, and then the card will appear on the key fob. So there's lots of different ways to go with this. We're going to have a look at a performance to camera right now, just so you can see the sort of thing that you can do with this. Let's have a look at a performance of Hung, Drawn, and Right, I have a prediction here. That's why I've got a card with prediction written on it.
Okay.
I also have a pen, and I have a deck of 6 million playing cards.
What?
Just joking, there's only 52.
Oh.
But you're going to pick one of these.
Cards.
52 possibilities. Yeah. Because when you find a line that you like,
stick with it forever.
Stick with it forever, right? It doesn't matter if I see the cards. So just say stop.
Stop.
Right there, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got what did
we get?
We got the Queen of Diamonds, which is a good one. It's a bit of a rubbish one to sign, to be perfectly honest. But I'm going to... I'll have to maybe draw a line there. Do you want a smiley face like normal?
Yeah.
I'll put it on the diamond. I don't know how well that shows up, because it's a court card. Court cards are pretty rubbish to have signed. But can you see that? Does that come across well enough? Does that come across well enough? Good stuff. So I'm going to lose that card down in the middle of the deck. It's really important that I don't know where it is. So we'll give the cards a few cuts. Like this, we'll give them a shuffle just to make sure that your card is lost in the middle of the deck. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Now, Ryland, my question is, would you like to see a good trick or a miracle?
Either one. I think miracle.
Well, should we do a miracle?
Yeah, miracle.
Because this is an absolute miracle. You see, this prediction has been here from the very, very beginning, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like before we even began, this prediction had been here.
Yeah.
And you could have picked any card, and you picked the, what was it again? The Queen of Diamonds. So if I told you that this predicted everything about your card, would that be good?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it would. And look at what it says. Ryland, look at what it says on the prediction. Keys, how good is that?
Not good.
What do you mean not good? That's amazing. Why would that?
Everything about your card?
Well, it does. It predicts literally everything about your card.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does. It predicts everything about your card. Absolutely everything.
It does not.
Yes, it does. Because you see, over here, just off camera, I normally have these in my pocket, but I'm sitting down just off camera. I've actually got my key on my key fob. And hopefully you can see right here, there is a folded up card on this key fob. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Now, this key fob, it was slightly off camera, but you've got to agree this key fob has been here from the very, very beginning. Mm-hmm. Ryland, what you're about to see is nothing short of an absolute miracle. Let me explain why. This has been on this key fob from the very, very beginning. Since before we started, this card has been there, and you could have picked any card, couldn't you? Mm-hmm. You could have picked any card, but you picked the Queen of Diamonds. And what I did is hanging on that key fob from the very beginning, right there, is your card, the Queen of Diamonds, with your name on it and with the smiley face on it. Okay, so what do you think of this? I know you don't do card tricks. And I've never seen you do a folded up card appearing anywhere, like anywhere. I've shown you a million different ways of folding up cards and having them appear in a million different places. And as you know, my favourite is Destination Box. I do Destination Box in the show. There's lots of different ways of doing folded up card to impossible location. But what do you think of this as a plot? Do you like it? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. You don't do card tricks, do you? You're not very enthusiastic about this. Because he doesn't do card tricks. But if...
I think it's still very cool.
It is very cool. The only thing I've seen that's even remotely similar to this is Fob by David Penn, which came out years ago through World Magic Shop. Now, the difference with Fob is the folded up card appears in a key fob that's on display the whole time. And this is very different because this is not a key fob.
I like the fact that it appears on the key fob.
Yeah, I like the fact. And here's the thing, right? The keys can get put down on the table from the beginning. They can be in the pocket. It makes absolutely no difference. It's a normal key fob. You get everything you need in the product, including a key. So if you don't want to put your own keys on there, you can just throw a fake key on there. Although the beautiful thing about this is it can be on a normal key fob. You get a couple of different key fobs to actually use with this. And you get a couple of different ways of doing this as well. One of which the key fob's examinable at the end, one of which it's not. The creator of the trick suggests that he does it the way that it's not examinable because everyone's focus is on the card, which totally makes sense, but he has put another version in there, which is very deceptive, that works exactly the same way, but then as soon as you've taken the card off the key fob can be put down and examined if they wish. Because this is normal key fob, you could have other key-related tricks on there, like Keymaster or Gatekeeper, Scotch and Soda. There's so many different versions of key tricks now.
The whiskey.
Yes, your favourite monkey. You can have on there.
Monkey.
Yeah, there's so many different ways.
So many people have created names for key tricks like monkey,
Yeah,
and whiskey.
Scotch and whiskey. Yeah. So this is good. This is a good trick. Things that you need to be aware of. You need to have a gimmicked card. Well, I say gimmicked. It is kind of gimmicked, but not ridiculously gimmicked. But you need to have a prepared card in the deck. So it could be that you load that in before you do this routine, or it could be that it's in there from the very beginning. But that's the only consideration. And because you've got this little prediction there, you can use the prediction to load that gimmick card onto the deck if you wanted to as well. But the nice thing about this is when you've had the card picked and it's lost and it's gone from the deck, and you show this here, just in the action of ripping it off, that's when everything's done. And in that respect, it reminds me a little bit of paper clips, because everyone's attention is there. But as I say, when they open it up, they see the holes in there, they see the rips. This is definitely the same card that was on that key fob from the beginning. And yet, how was it signed? It doesn't make any sense at all. I think this is a great commercial trick. I really do. The problem it's got is that there's a lot of versions of this sort of plot where a card ends up folded up in an impossible location. But the nice thing about it going onto a key fob is if you're wanting to transition into a key trick, or you're wanting to move away from the card magic and go in a different direction, then this is the way that you would do this. It's super commercial. There's no really angle issues to speak of. It's nice and easy. It packs small, plays big. It's great. I mean, it's not going to set the world on fire, but what it does, it does really well.
Set the world on fire.
I don't know. Thanos tried.
No, he tried to eliminate half the world.
Yeah, he did try and eliminate half the world.
He didn't try to burn the whole.
Galacticus. He did. Tried to burn the world on fire. Anyway, I'm going to give this. I'm going to give this 88%.
Look at Thanos is gone. Look.
Yes, he is, and he's swearing at us. I'm going to give this 88%. What are you giving it?
I'm going to give it. I don't do card tricks. 79%.
79% from Ireland. Yeah, it is very cool. It is cool. If he did card tricks.
It's just that everybody knows.
Honestly, the fact that Ryan doesn't do card tricks.
Magician, you say, hey, can you show me a card trick?
He's an embarrassment. Honestly, I feel like disowning him. It's just embarrassing.
Triangle.
79% from Ireland. 89% from me.
Triangle.
It's really good.
Triangle.
Let's wrap this up.
Triangle. That's another user in the bag.
I've forgotten to say how to say review.
That's another user in the bag.
Got one more?
That's another user in the yag.
So weird. That is another review show. Okay. Hey,
I'm
chill.
in the drums.
You have a drum kit.
Bus.
Use the jumper.
Bus, 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 bus.
Ryland. That is another
Bus,
review show in the
bus,
bag. I can't
bus,
even
bus,
threaten
bus,
to
bus,
take his
bus,
VR
bus,
from him at the moment because Ryland has been banned from all electronic devices because of something that happened a few days ago. He is majorly in trouble at the moment. Oh yeah, you are. Your mum's taking your phone off you, your watch off you, your VR off you, your Switch off you. You're in massive trouble at the moment, mate, and you know it. So I can't even threaten to take his VR from him. It's already happened. Anyway.
Bus, 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 bus.
I'll ground you. I'll put you in bed all
No,
day.
no, no.
Thanks once again for joining us. Don't forget, you want to follow Ryan on Instagram. It's Ryan the Kid Magician on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm Magic TV at Craig Petty. We will see you again soon. Don't forget to join the Netrix, www.thenettrix.com.
Cookie.
Whatever. We'll see you again. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Craig. Are you trying to make a balloon model out of a piece of...
Now I'm going to pop it all.
We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Craig. I'm Craig.
How about it?
Bye, everyone.